Good morning and good evening, everyone. So, this is a continuation of the demo session which happened last week. Guys, I think most of you have already gone through the demo session, but there is no link as such, okay? Because in the demo session, we have seen the overall what exactly we are covering as part of the training going forward. And this session is only for the enrollment participants we have told, but there are certain participants who want to attend and experience today's session, so those are welcome. But tomorrow's session is not going to be this one. So anyway, from tomorrow onwards we'll be only inviting the enrolled participants anyways. So in today's session we are going to start with, we are quickly discussing little on the past session which we have discussed for like 10-15 minutes, then we can proceed with the actual session. We'll start with sourcing today, or SLP, Manoj sir?
Oh, SLP.
SLP only, great. Right. So this is the first session, guys. So I really expect everyone to be, very alert in today's session, and every one of you are very much open to ask any sort of queries, okay, relevant with Ariba. Okay. So your queries are most welcoming to us. We really wish this session is going to be more interactive because all the participants here are more relevant participants. Okay, we are not taking any kind of freshers over here. All of you are professional into procurement or side, are working in Ariba as well. Okay, so everyone mic is open. Whenever they want, they can directly unmute and they can ask for the queries. Yeah, thank you so much, appreciate everyone. Okay, yeah. So Manoj sir, over to you. I made you presenter.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Um, so hi everyone. Good evening. So I hope you guys have gone through the recording of the demo session last week one. So anybody want to ask something about the demo? Any questions before we start? Any questions, guys? Okay. So I hope you have
Uh,
this question.
Hi Manoj, Ganesh here. Actually, I want to ask one question regarding means mm, do we need to write note down the steps whatever you are going through, or not
Not
required?
not required because I will be providing that whatever I am telling in the Word file. So if you are okay that you will be able to take running notes, you can take it. It's up to your wish, or after the session also you can again replay the recording and take a note. So it's up to your wish.
In my
Okay.
opinion, Dinesh, if you're asking me, I request everyone, because this was with my experience, and Muno sir is also telling your wish. But my opinion is like focus on the session first. Okay, if you are writing the notes and you are focusing, that will dictate your focus. So don't worry, nothing is going to be missed out. As Manoj sir said, whichever the document he's writing over this, everything is going to be shared with you. All running notes,
Yeah.
everything will be shared with you. And later on, we'll be having the
Yeah.
recordings. You can sit and make your own notes as well. So, request everyone to be focused more on the session itself, asking the questions, listening to the session. That would be more beneficial. Thank you, guys.
And Krishna, you wanted to ask something?
Yeah, yes, Manoj. Before starting this session, can you just give an overview in the upstream what all the modules you will be covered, and as well as in the downstream? I think in the
Okay.
last session we are not given this overview what all the modules will be there in the upstream.
Mhm. Okay. Okay, we'll see that first.
Yeah,
Okay, then after that we'll have some discussion about this.
yeah,
So to make you more understanding the uh, Ariba, and
yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. And others. So anybody new to SAP or new to supply chain? I mean, who works in software testing, developing like that, and new to this, other than supply chain, anybody? So that I can start from the basics. Okay, let me share my screen. So I hope you all from SAP and non-SAP background only, right?
Hey, hi Manoj.
Yeah, hi Shilpa.
I am into vendor invoicing and not completely into supply chain stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but I know the little basic though.
So procurement
What is
operations only.
required? Haha,
Yeah.
it's a procurement. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, thank you, Shilpa. Because what happens sometimes, some participants will be from out of like VMware solutions or some developing or testing side. They will come up with, they will switch their career. So I thought
Oh,
of just to check with that.
okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And now, so let's again quickly recap things, whatever we have discussed and what we are going to learn here. Um, Let me open one document. So we all know in SAP we have many modules. Who are all into SAP background here?
Yeah, myself, Krishna. Yep.
Okay.
Hi, yeah, myself.
Okay. So which module?
I am also from SAP ML, Siddesh Ghar.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, Siddesh. So you are all you Krishna, Siddesh, Prafulla, and Siddharth. You are all from SAP. So
Yep.
in SAP
Yep.
ERP, what are all the modules we have in SAP ERP? So it may be ECC or S4 HANA.
Yeah, it will be in a MMSD, PP,
Okay.
FI,
SD,
service,
production planning, FI.
FI, service,
Okay.
CS module,
Okay.
We have PS also, PS.
PS,
Quality. Okay.
Yes, we have one more.
PS,
Okay. Quality management,
Yeah,
FICO, FICO. So these are all the modules.
WM,
So here,
AWM.
which is procurement. Uh, so handling the
MM,
Okay,
procurement.
MM,
MM.
MM
And
and
what
SR.
about SRM and CRM? I'm not sure about exactly about CRM, but SRM I know.
SRM
So
is in
this
indirect purchasing, and CRM it is specifically using for the service.
so procurement. All these are procurement.
Except CRM, everything is procurement.
Okay. So now SRM is no more. So these
Yep.
are all from on-premise.
Yep.
Okay. Now, so same SAP has using Ariba also, SAP Ariba. So here we have whatever you have in MM. So what are the things you will have in MM? Vendor management, vendor
Procurement.
management. It may be BP and
Yes,
procurement,
Procurement. There is a
inventory.
direct procurement, inventory management,
Okay, direct procurement, inventory
indirect
indirect
management,
procurement.
inventory management,
and indirect procurement, operational procurement, and sourcing. You have only RFQ. I think so.
Yes, correct.
Uh, we have the quotation source contracts and as well as in RFQs.
So RFQ contract. So maybe
Quotation,
quality quantity contract. Something will come MKWK.
quantity contract, value contract,
Mhm. Yeah, quantity and then value contract.
Then we have quota also, like the quota arrangement.
Okay, arrangement. Other than that,
in
so
normal
business.
invoicing, yeah, yeah.
Then
Invoicing process.
complete P2P.
Invoice verification.
Complete
Yeah.
procure to pay.
Yeah,
Yes, P2.
PR,
yeah,
RFQ, PO, GR, and
yeah,
invoice. Then payment. So these usual activity you will be having in SAP. So
yeah,
especially vendor management. So what activity you guys do in vendor management? Just onboard the vendors.
yeah,
That's all. So you will onboard the operation team will onboard the vendor, and for that BP configuration, MM people will do the BP configuration, number range configuration, partner role configuration. and account group, whatever assignments. So those activity we do in vendor management. Any other extra activities you guys do in vendor management? Why I'm asking, I'll compare with Ariba because this is on premise. And
Mm.
procurement category, same this P2P process with the materials and what are all the data we
Servicing,
have.
servicing also, service procurement.
Yeah, I think he said I mentioned also. Okay, direct, indirect, operational. Okay, lean services, whatever it may be, service procurement. Now, what happened? Um, so these are all the modules. So here we just compare this because most of the organization is using plus Ariba, and most of the organization is using only Ariba, but integrated with SAP ERP because the source of the master data will be from ERP only. So what are all the data is required in supply chain management? Datas are essential, right? What are all the data is required? Organizational data. What are all the organizational data it will be?
Company code, plant, purchasing organization,
Company code, plant, purchase org,
say storage location.
storage location. Okay. So these are all organizational data. What are all the accounting data?
Accounting data, you require the valuation classes and the configuration of an
Mm,
Cost
accounting
if I
centers,
dashboard.
say,
cost
if
center.
I say, yeah, cost center and all. If I say correctly, first account category.
Account category reference.
Account
Account is
categories: profit center, cost center, sorry, profit
as
center, asset, internal
cost
order,
center. Yeah.
internal
Project,
order, and
project also.
project. So these are all account category. And item, material or services. Material data or service. And then associated with, if it is project, you will have WBS. If it is asset, you will have cost center.
Asset.
And if
For
you have
asset,
Asset, we will have the asset number, but
yeah,
it will anyway will be linked to cost center.
so GL is common for everywhere, right? GL account, GL account, WBS. So I hope everybody know WBS. Work breakdown structure, WBS element, and then
मेरा भी लेक्चर है रात को आ जा तुम लोग आएंगे
cost center.
ना आपसे इतना अभी तक अच्छी कॉन्सेप्ट है
Okay, and then so these are all some elements we use for the budget management, accounting, and then other data, user master and supplier master data. So these are all most important master data where we are using. So we call them supplier master or vendor master. Okay. So here, how these data are integrated to Ariba, we should know, irrespective of any stream, upstream or downstream. So we need these data. Without this data, we will not be able to do the supply chain activities. So in company code, we have payment term master data, payment method, okay, and in purchase org we will have Incoterm and partner functions, and then in accounting data additionally we have UOM, unit of measurement, currency and currency conversion. Okay, these are all the datas. And then material master. So I think it is, I mentioned here material. Uh, so under material, you will have material group, all material group. So here, these are all the data is needed to run any business, right? So without this data, you will not be able to do. The same we need to apply in Ariba also. In Ariba, so what is Ariba from your understanding as you watched in demo or whatever you heard? So what is Ariba? Is Ganesh?
Yeah, hi sir.
Yeah, hi.
What about customer master and the sales related things in the Aruba?
There is no sales activity in Ariba. There is no customer master. Ariba is only for procurement activities, only for buying, not even selling and all, only for buying things. That to manage the indirect spend category. So whatever is missing here, they will have it in Ariba. So for example, here in S4 you have only business partner. Okay, but you don't have in same in SAP Ariba, we call them supplier management module. So in supplier management, SLP, you will have not creating business partner, supplier request and registration, and then we have qualification and disqualification, um, preferred, we can recommend the supplier, and then additional data will be gathered in modular questionnaire.
But my question is,
You don't.
if we
Yes.
subscribe for the supplier, then how we can register for the customer?
There is no customer. Actually, we have option to create customer, but in Ariba Cloud, we mostly use to buy a product from supplier, not to sell a product or sell a services in Ariba system. So for that, SAP is the preferred one. Okay. So why we need customers? So we will sell some product. So sales data will be integrated to sell the product. But in Ariba system, we mostly customers are using for the indirect procurement activity. So direct procurement, it is not suitable. The same way, S4 side, indirect procurement is not that much efficient, but it is suitable for direct procurement. From the
But
yes,
uh, but there are one organization can have buyer also and the supplier also, right? Right?
seller, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is the
Then
reason they are using both the softwares. That is the only reason every organization is using SAP ERP for direct procurement and Ariba for indirect procurement. So organization use both the modules, both the softwares. I'll show my organization structure. So this is my organization structure. Okay, and my company, where I mean the client what I'm working is German based, LDC, Germany. Let's say this is one of my client. Okay, they operate across 80 plus country. Okay, and they will have like manufacturing the products, manufacturing the goods, also biofuels, also some pharmaceutical products. Okay, so here they're going for the energy sector, food and beverages, and plant protein and other ingredients and pharmaceuticals. Okay, and textiles, fibers, then other transportation, logistics also they were using. So here, um, is it enough to use only S4 to maintain all one database, one system? The same system where I'm working, they know which one will be suitable. For example, um, in this, they're using S4 HANA, Fiori, and vendor invoicing management tool. Okay, and then service procurement, lean request and lean catalog, and then Power BI, SAP Data Sphere, and then master data management tool, separate tool, then Ariba network, CAG, and Ariba sourcing, and not contract, only Ariba sourcing and supplier management. So customer, I mean client can modify whatever they need. SAP is providing both the software, best procurement tool, plus Ariba, whichever you want according to your need you can choose. So they are operating 80 plus countries including India. Okay, but they were using only S4 system and Ariba system to manage the procurement process. One second, let me log in. So here we were using supplier management and sourcing. Okay, once we complete the sourcing, the sourced material, whatever material we have sourced, it will be integrated to S4. For example, there is one contract recently I tested 2 3 days before.
This is Ariba network for
This is Ariba Cloud. Ariba network is something different. Okay, I'll show you one by one. So today's session, I'll make you to understand end to end. So which module is useful? For example, this is one project. So here, whatever we award the supplier in the RFP event, it will be integrated to external system. Okay. Um, so these things I'll show you in live system. I'll connect client system. Whenever we go for that sourcing module, I'll show this scenario. So what happened? I created one sourcing project, sourcing event. Finally, I pushed the data into external system. In external system, contract have been created for the particular vendor. So for that, we had integrated the material master, cost center. So here you can see which plant and what is the account assignment and Incoterm location, material number, material
Sorry,
type.
Manoj, we are not able to see this thing. For me, at least.
Hmm.
Everybody?
Yes, I'm not able to.
yes.
Okay, I don't know. So these things and all was visible, right? That time when I was discussing.
Yeah.
Okay. So where I left. Okay, so here, when we start working with the client, so these, what they will have both the modules to organize and streamline their procurement process. Not only SAP and not only Ariba. So benefits are, so there are some capabilities in Ariba which SAP don't, and some capabilities in SAP which Ariba don't. So what will happen? So client will utilize both the system to organize their procurement process. So here we are using sourcing and supplier management. Procurement will be in through business network to S4 HANA. But some of the other customers they use end to end source to settle in Ariba itself. But both the tool have a end-to-end procurement process, sourcing and procurement process. So, but in Ariba, there is no sales features and all. Sales, but customer master can be created, but I never heard or I never worked with any client where they were using for the selling activity and managing the customers. Mm. So now we'll see in supplier management. So in SAP S4 HANA, you will have business partner. You will create the business partner. You maintain the BP data and tax information, bank information, purchase org, and company code and all. But the additional documents, supplier documents, is not possible to maintain in S4 system. No real-time collaboration, and the qualification feature, preferred feature, certificate management, these and all will not be available. So that is one benefit in Ariba for vendor management. I mean in supplier management. Okay, and easy to integrate. So it can be integrated to S4 system. So this is one SLP, foremost module in Ariba upstream. Okay, then second one is sourcing. So in Ariba sourcing, we have um, multiple sourcing events. Okay, which is not available in S4 system. So in this sourcing events, you will have option to real-time bidding, auction, okay, and request for information and request for proposals. And RFQ is not available in sourcing, but you will get it the data from RFI only. If you need RFQ, then it will be in buying and invoicing. In Ariba guided buying, you will have RFQ. RFQ in both guided buying and buying and invoicing.
We are not able to see your screen.
Don't know. No, it is there. The screen is, and others the same.
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
You're able to see it.
maybe, okay,
Sure.
maybe issue from my side.
Yeah. So here, um, guided buying and buying and invoicing, you will have RFQ. Okay. So this RFQ will be integrated. So all Ariba cloud solutions, so supplier management or sourcing or contract management. So contract management here, this contract management is something we handle e-signatures, okay, and then uh, maintaining the clauses and agreements, okay, and easy to integrate. And after that, you will have two process here. One is contract request and another one is contract workspace. In sourcing, you have again two process, sourcing request and then sourcing project, okay, and then and guided buying end-to-end P2P flow, from purchase requisition to invoicing. Ariba payables, Ariba have a option payables, but most of the customers not. So from my this years of experience, I never worked for the Ariba payables. Every customer use to process the payment in ERP system. Okay, so source to settle, these four are the standard modules from Ariba Cloud. So these are all Ariba Cloud modules. Now, uh, Ariba Network. So Ariba Network has retired in 2023, I think, and replaced as SAP Business Network. Okay, in this SAP Business Network is integrated with S4 system. For that, we use supply chain collaboration, SCC module, or code automation, or commerce automation. So this means S4 HANA is integrated with Ariba Network, is supply chain, code automation, commerce automation. That means Ariba Network will be integrated to S4 system as well as Ariba network will be integrated to Ariba cloud solution. That's why they renamed it as SAP Business Network. So here only we will have a buyer account and supplier account. Now I will show you all the system. I'll just log in. Okay. Anybody have any doubts, any questions? What are all the modules? So this is our Ariba practice system, Ariba cloud system. So whatever modules we have discussed now, it will be available here in different sites. So we call them parent site and child site. Okay, in parent site you will have entire upstream activity, which is for supplier management, sourcing, and contract. Okay, and in child side we will have a downstream uh, complete P2P activities. So this is supplier management module, and then if you go to for you, that is for guided sourcing, and then classic sourcing, contract management. This is Ariba cloud system for both upstream and downstream. And other than this, SAP network, SAP business network. So you will have like service.ariba.com. So if you go here, it will go for the business network page. This is SAP business network. One is for buyer sign in and another one is for supplier sign in. Then so I hope who are all into they know, like if you want to add some features, you may, I mean ABAP team will may implement some nodes, SAP nodes, right? So what is that SAP node? I just want to make you to compare that node and parameter. So anybody, what is SAP node?
Sometimes some feature is not implemented in the
Mhm.
system at that time. We can implement that feature using the SAP Note.
Yeah. So the same thing in Ariba we call them ICM, Intelligent Configuration Manager. So here, suppose I wanted to enable one feature in cloud system. So where I can enable for upstream activity, I will enable in ICM, Intelligent and Configuration Manager. So it helps to customize the configurations. Okay, this is for Ariba solution. So here we enable the functions in the parameter level. There are two type of parameter. So I'm not sure in SAP all the nodes can be implemented by ABAP itself. So there are some SAP control nodes will be there, right? The same way here also we will have two type of parameters. One is self-service where consultant can control them. Another one is SAP controlled. So SAP control parameter will be you need to contact SAP by creating service request to enable that particular features or parameters. So for upstream, we have separate, and for downstream, we have separate ICM. So this is one website, and another one is cloud tool. Okay. So how this cloud is integrated with S4, that is through standard CAG. So here, this is cloud integration. So we enable this Ariba cloud into S4 system via standard CAG. Now, when you start learning any module, either supplier management or sourcing or contract or buying and invoicing, you should know end-to-end flow from S4 to Ariba and Ariba to Ariba network. So all these things you should get interconnected so that it will be fulfilled. Otherwise, you will be stuck in somewhere and you don't know how data are coming from. Mm. Any questions now? So anybody have any questions? So I hope Krishna, you got it right. Whatever I
Yeah, yeah, I got it. And this Ariba actually it is in a cloud based. It is not in a on-premise thing, correct?
Yeah, it is cloud solution. Ariba is cloud solution. Not it is not in SAP. I mean,
And
it is not an on-premise.
and if it is in a cloud based, then the support and everything it will be done by the SAP only. This
No, no,
implementation.
no. That is for public cloud. So what you are comparing is S4 HANA public cloud. That is
Mhm.
separate. This is Ariba cloud where consultants are taking care, not SAP. So
Okay.
what your question is, if customer is implementing S4 HANA public cloud, partners are not allowed. SAP
Yes.
itself will directly take care to
Yes.
implement the product. But
Yes.
Ariba is not like that. So we are implementing the complete product. Only customizations not allowed by us. Any customizations. For example, if there is any customization in SAP, developer can do, right. Dev team can customize it, custom
Yeah.
interface or custom objects. But here, Ariba will SAP have to do that. Partners are not allowed. But template management, integration, configuration, and then field customization also we have to closely work with stakeholders to what field they wanted, whether they wanted to go for the reportable field or whether it need to get integrated to S4. These activities we need to do. So more or less same process as but only thing we don't use here transaction codes and the same like Fiori, menu path only. Everything will be menu path. And it is integrated to a business network where buyers and suppliers to do their trading activities.
Okay.
Mm, yeah. So if now in this upcoming next 8 weeks, okay, in this 8 weeks, whatever we are learning, you should connect the dots from one system to other system. Suppose now if I take about only SLP, so here you should know the same thing like initial level system. How do we do? Like SLP is Ariba Cloud, so we call Ariba Cloud or upstream or supplier management, whatever it may be. Okay, so how it is integrated to SAP system through standard CAG. So, for example, this is the flow. Yes. So, this is the flow that you should know. So, Ariba upstream is Ariba sourcing. It is integrated via CAG through the on-premise S4 system. So the data will be flowing from one system to other system through standard integration. So there is no customization here. We have a standard interface. It will work and it is bi-directional integration. There is no one way. So if I can update supplier data from Ariba upstream in a supplier management, as well as I can change the business partner in S4, it will also replicate in Ariba. So this is bi-directional integration using standard interface. But for that, we have to do some configurations. In SAP, CIG add-on should be installed. So in normal S4 system, you will not get this add-on product. I mean, in integration with other components in SPRO, you will not get this CIG. And this is from CIG Cloud. So that is what I was trying to open, but here it is not opened. Let me open from my client. Okay, so here manage admin. So you need to know this menu paths and tasks. Okay, so by the session only you will able to understand easily. And also I will provide you the menu path and all, and I will include the questions and what are the how it reacts, what are all the process we have in supplier management. So you will be able to understand easily. So let's see, let's open the CAG. So in this CAG, this is cloud, CAG cloud, and whatever I shown here, that is for add-on. In a on-premise, you will be able to see. So you need to configure the connection between on-premise to uh, cloud via standard interface. So somewhere web services also there, somewhere IDOC also there. Okay, those integrations we see from the basics. So this is the client CAG. So we have 19 projects in test and 8 projects in prod. And so here we will configure the system. So what we do here, so CAG will have unique ID. Ariba will have unique ID. S4 will have unique ID. So what we do, we will configure those connections here. Okay. So these all will be moving through standard cloud connector and add-on projects. Okay, so we will be able to see. So this is S4 system ID, DS3 client 240. Okay, and client is 240. And then what is the port? Cloud connector port ID. And this is CAG data. So we maintain the information, which Ariba product and which S4 system and which CAG you are connecting, through which CAG. So that the communication between both the system will be enabled. The data transfer between both the system will be active based on the so some initial level system setup. So you should know the initial level system setup. So there is no point, right, to do manual activity. If it is not working or exceptional cases, you can copy the data, you can export the data from SAP and you can import it in Ariba. That we should not do that. So minimal intervention of the uh, human, you should do manual activity, rest all will be automatic. Okay. So the first thing you should know how to connect these three systems. How do we set up? So module by module, if you start learning this, so you should know from the module by module like this. Mm. Any questions here? Anybody have any questions?
Manoj, one basic question actually. Suppose some clients still they are using an SAP ECC systems. Is it feasible to connect an SAP Ariba to the ECC systems?
Yes, but above 6.0 version, not below. That
Okay.
ECC version will be there, right?
Yeah.
CAG
6.7.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah, so from 6.0, ECC supports. CAG supports that ECC. Otherwise, it will not support. And S4 HANA, all the versions it will support.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So now you have idea what is Ariba Cloud.
Could you
So anybody
mention,
have any?
could you please explain a bit more on how we can navigate from system to another system?
Yes,
Means
yes, yes.
from,
Those things we will discuss, because navigation not from one system to other system. Like if I'm creating supplier request, so I need, so what you're asking, like how I'm moving from this to this, so where I have what
yeah,
is the menu path,
yeah, I'm
these activities,
confusing
right?
which one is,
Yeah, this one you will get it. Yeah, now I'm just wanted to show the system. Okay, I will give you all the menu path step by step. So you will get the proper menu path. So now I wanted to make you to understand very, very high level. Okay, then you will get to know. uh, so I will provide these notes, it will be available. So you will get all the important transaction code and menu path, everything step by step it will be there. Okay, we will discuss also. So for example, now you don't know how I went to the CAG. So you will get that. So what first, how do we enable the CAG and where we need to go? So in integration manager, you will be able to go with the screenshot I will be providing. Okay, and I will show when we start discussing. For example, uh, let's say now I went to CAG upstream. So you will get like this. Go to manage and integration manager and managed gateway and click on this link. So once you activate this link, then you will be able to visit CAG. So step by step with the screenshot and guide, you will get it. So you will get it here. Visit CAG through hyperlink provided in Ariba Cloud. But thing is, I wanted to ensure that what are the system, just high level understanding. Then we'll see one by one.
yeah, yeah, okay.
Okay, and
And
others.
these add-ons need to configure in S4 system or
Yes, S4 first. S4 first. Base system will take care those things. I think in SCAF or SICF in SAP Marketplace, Basis will install that add-on product, and also Basis will install Cloud Connector, and they will help to configure the system configuration.
okay, yeah, we should not do
No,
that.
we should be part of. We will be there, right? So whatever we needed, we will be connecting with Basis, right? So any implementation project, we closely work with dev team and Basis, right? For
Yeah, yeah.
the interface setup and connection configuration. So we will be in touch with them. And others, are you guys getting? I'm not sure about Shilpa and Sampreet and Rafulla.
I'm
Yeah,
good
Manoj,
till
I'm
now.
listening. Yeah, so
Yes.
far okay.
Understand.
Okay. Okay, Sampreet. Okay, and yeah, Rafulla.
No, I said I'm listening so far. Okay, thank you, Manoj. No questions.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. And about Shilpa, so you said you are into procurement operations, right? So are you getting things?
Yes, yes, Manoj, I'm good till now. Yeah,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And now, so as far as we discussed now, past 1 hour, we are good to go, right? What is Ariba? What is Ariba network? And what is managed gateway? I mean CAG. And what is ICM? And how we can compare ICM with S Note? And what are all the data, master data in general, all the master data which is essential to do successful the supply chain process, and difference between SAP ERP and SAP Ariba. Okay, these things and all we have seen. Um, so if there is no question, we can start with supplier management. Okay. So here you guys have to answer. So everything you guys know. So I will ask things. So you need to try to answer. If it is wrong or right, so you no need to bother. So you guys try to answer it. Okay, I'll make you to understand easily. If I explain something, okay, you will understand it. But I wanted to make you understand. So I wanted to make you all guys in buyer perspective. So we are all buyers, right? So we work, so we purchase something, but not with the procurement professionals. But we know we purchase something, including groceries, or buying high level apartments, or buying some small tickets, whatever it may be. So we're all non-procurement professionals, kind of buyers. Okay, so we in day-to-day life we do sourcing, we do procurement, and we do handle the vendors. Okay, including your AMC, some issues in your RO or in your AC, whatever it may be. So we all use that, but I wanted to make you to understand that. Okay, so now suppliers are something we know that clearly. Where the supply chain starts, somewhere it is starting, right? So where it is starting,
Yeah.
Gathering.
not requirement gathering. See, that is implementation point of view you're telling. I'm telling operational point of view, where the supply chain begins from your guys point of view.
When we need to buy something or like there is a need of some,
Great, that
yeah,
is one. So
first
what you can say, that is something your need,
yeah.
need to your need. So the requirement is something you want something. So in when you want something, what are the things you guys consider? So mostly the supply chain begins from the need, what you need. Okay, based on that, it may be goods or services or whatever it may be, asset or material, whatever it may be. So the need, identification, determine your need. So now you found something need. Okay, what are the things you consider? Let's say one example. Um, so house. Okay, let's take house. We want to purchase one house. Okay, the need is house. So what are the things you consider if you want to purchase in the market? What are the factors you consider?
There are many. Like first, the quality of construction, how it is.
No, no,
Then
no, not
all,
constructing the house.
I mean, quality of the construction. I'm saying like
Okay, quality.
the
Okay.
quality of the construction and the
Mhm.
price. Is it coming into our budget or not?
Budget. Okay, one
Yeah.
second. Yeah, one second. Mm, I'll take a note. So first, quality and budget. Okay, that is price. And what else?
And the facilities within the for that house, like all the required facilities, basic needs,
Features.
necessary
Features.
things are
Okay.
there, no not.
Okay. And then,
Who
Mm,
can fulfill that requirement? Means
sorry,
who who will supply those or
suppliers.
means,
Okay.
or you can say that a brand name.
Builders. Builders. Constructions.
Yeah.
Who is constructors? Okay. Okay. What else?
area, the
Le-
locality.
legal
Okay.
documents.
Location.
Legal documents.
Legal
Yeah.
documents. Okay. And then, so your quality, budget, facility, and then who is providing that particular builders, and location, and legal documents. What others we consider? So now let's say the quality and budget. So price something we say 2 crore. Okay, and facility features, this is additional. Okay, and what exact what should I say? One second. Exact requirement, right? Square feet. Which square feet? This is your exact requirement, right?
uh,
1000 to 1500. Okay, in the 1000 to 1500, it may be 2 BHK or 3 BHK. And in that, you will have which floor, which portion, those things. And then these facilities and all come there. And quality, and who is provider, suppliers. And location, what we call this location. Why location is more important? Why location is more important?
Many things considered for office, like whether it is near or not, for children, schools
Okay.
near or not,
Okay, but main thing is price, right?
of price. Yeah, and then
If
yeah,
you buy,
price
if
depends
you
on the
spend
location.
2 crore, you can buy 10 acres in the villages. But the same 2 crore in metropolitan city, you will not be able to purchase 1000 square feet. So prices may vary by region by region. So buyers first thing they consider the region. So location is something, region, or we call them company code, entity in our term. Okay. So here one is region, and another thing is your commodity. What is our commodity now? House is one commodity, right? That is our commodity. So commodity is something, any goods or services. So based on this commodity and based on your region, buyer decide to start sourcing, and importantly your budget. So based on these things only, by considering these three factors, these guy come in picture, suppliers. Am I right? So now your budget is 2 crore. So will you directly go and buy tomorrow? You have a budget 2 crore. So will you directly go and buy without any planning? You will plan all the things, right? So you will have a project planning, and you will filter the suppliers. So first thing, so where supplier come in picture, you got to know. So will you do the market analysis? Which supplier you wanted to include? Let's say five builders, builder one, builder two, and then three, four, five. Five builders are there, and they are all ready to provide in the same budget. And what other thing you consider? First thing, how do you filter these budgets? Sorry, builders in general. How do you filter these builders? So what are the activity you do in general? So so let's consider, first thing you will see their past histories, right? How many constructions they made. And mostly nowadays they are having websites also. Okay, so you will check it in their websites, and you will check any their previous building whatever they constructed, so you will go and check there. And then you will inquire other enquiries also, especially legal thing. So are they following the environmental concerns? Whether are they following environmental concerns and government regulations? Those things we will see, right? So if somebody constructed house in government land, then whatever you purchased, next after some time government will take care. So those environmental concerns, and then um, regulations. So these activities we will see in general. So here are you checking the prices, your budget. If that builder is giving at 1 crore also, will you buy? Not even 1 crore, 10 lakh. If they give very good house in 10 lakh, will you buy without by compromising these legalities? So documentation is very important, right? For every suppliers. I mean, so what we call validation, risk assessment. We do the risk assessment whether we can go ahead with them, or they have fall under any risk things. So are they trustable? Those activities we consider before we purchase. Okay. this risk assessment is primary factor. So here you will not bother about money, you will not check anything. So first thing, you will see their history, number of employee, and who is the owner, and when they founded, and what are the location they work across. So those things you will inquire. That is first type of screening. That first type of screening we call them RFI, request for information. Okay, in Ariba, we are using this RFI. It is something you are analyzing non-competitive data. Competitive data. So non-competitive data means without price. So here money is not a factor. So the prime factor is just to know about the organization, the builders. And after this, you will finalize one or two supplier only, and you will move for the second one is RFP. So here only you will think to buy. You will consider the money, not only money. So RFP means request for proposal. That means, so here you will consider these things: your square feet and your quality and facilities, all the amenities and the location, everything. Here you will raise a question. So you will ask whatever questions you have, you will ask. Plus you will ask the price. Now here, but again, price is not most important factor here. You will ask the price, but price is not deciding factor. Why price is not deciding factor? Can somebody, are you guys following, right?
Yep.
So
We are
why,
still under the process of understanding the supplier. I mean,
no, supplier you
no.
finalized. So here you finalize the suppliers in request for information. In the proposals, if builder one is very far from your kid school, very far from, so they are providing at 1 crore. Okay, but there is one more supplier, one more builder, he is providing at 1.5 crore. Okay, but it is very near to the railway station, near to the airport. So will you consider this one or this one?
Yeah,
So
builder
you
too.
have, why? Because you have some
Mm.
additional features. So price is not a deciding factor. That is
Mm.
RFP. And now same thing, the same region, one more builder is there. Okay, he is also providing almost nearby 1.6 something. Now what you do, you eliminate this guy now. Now you eliminate this guy. Now you will choose these two persons for the final negotiation. That is auction.
Okay.
Auction means bidding. Okay, live bidding. So you will ask them, both of them, my budget is 1.5 crore. Whoever is providing at cheaper cost, I will buy. Okay, they will fight each of them. So they will participate in the event. And then whoever quoted less, here price is the important factor. Price is deciding factor. Okay, so now you have sorted out from 10 supplier to one supplier by conducting these type of events. Okay, because of the budget. Now the same thing, um, what can I say, you want to, um, mm, which product, which commodity, um, yeah, iron box or some electronics product. Okay, will you do these many effort to purchase one 10,000 worth any electronics? Will you do RFI, RFP auction and all? You will not use it because of that budget. So you will take only, just you will go and ask some question and get the price and close the deal. You will not do this filtration and all, and you will not go 5 10 activities. So one or two you will choose, or mostly 3 4, and then you will fix it. So this event is something based on the budget, based on the uh, tenure, or we can say timeline. Okay, so if it is long term, then we will go for end-to-end activity. So that is something called strategic sourcing. Okay, strategic sourcing means long-term sourcing. And for one-time activity or small spend, okay, that thing we call them tactical sourcing, which is short-term. So here in Ariba, we conduct multiple event. We plan and we work a month also we will work. Short term is something quick sourcing. We call them quick sourcing or quick project. Okay. And now, so where supplier is coming into the picture? So here you wanted to check 10 builders. If these 10 builders are not available in system, what you do? In your contact, 10 builders are not available in your contact. So first you store their number, okay, you verify them, and finally you make payment and you do further activities only the finalized supplier, awarded one or winner. Okay, so where supplier is coming in picture, now you got it right. So why supplier is needed? So you should not blindly um, buy harder the things. What is supplier management, supplier records, supplier registration? You need to understand the concept for that background. Why supplier is needed? Who will do that supplier things? Mm. So whatever we discussed now, this is provided in SAP best practice. Okay, in demo session we have seen this best practice and all. So let's say your house is one project. You planned your project and you developed the strategy and you identified the builders and finally you executed them and finalized only one builder and you closed out your requirement. So is it clear sourcing process in general how it is and how we can correlate in our regular purchasing? Any
Yes.
questions? So what is project planning? What is strategy development? What is identification? Now here in personal life, we don't need to go for multiple approvals because that is your own budget. You can do whatever you want. Okay, but in the organization, buyers have to go for many approvals. So to their manager, to their organization, or to their finance team. Okay, if budget exceeds, then they have to go to CPO, CFO level also. Okay, so including legal team also will be there. If legal thing there is some issue in legal thing, then they have to go for the legal verification, legal approval. So those things have should be designed and defined. So for example, first thing, project planning. So what do you do before you kick off the project? So you create one project and you access the opportunity and category, market analysis, who are all going to work with you in the organization, legal team, finance team, procurement manager, sourcing manager, and kick off your project. Then you can go for the strategy development. So after that, in strategy development, you will start from the project planning, whatever your sourcing strategy, how you want to do the sourcing strategy, and what are all the risk assessments are there, and you finalize the sourcing strategy. After that, whatever you finalized as a buyer, then stakeholder should approve this. So here, whatever you need, you can purchase on your own. That example of house construction. But in corporate, in the manufacturing or in the service sector, whatever stakeholder need, they are not allowed to buy. Every organization will have a central procurement team. So why they are not allowed to buy? Instead of making one procurement team, they can allocate their budget to every department and they can use it, right? Why companies are not using and investing to the procurement team? Have you asked this question earlier? Anybody? We're all in supply chain side.
Sorry, What was the question actually?
Why procurement team is required? What happen if we can keep the procurement team? Procurement team is not a revenue gainers, right? So why procurement team is needed for the organization?
See, without procurement team, there won't be. And you see,
Sorry,
without procurement team, I don't see an organization exist. Let's say,
that's why I'm
if you
asking
want
why.
to sell something, also you have to buy or procure it, right? Even if it's a end product or you want to have the build the product, you need the procurement team. So I don't
Okay, see,
without.
uh,
Huh.
will procurement team utilize their whatever they purchase the goods or services? They're buying for others, right?
Y- yes.
Why others can't buy? Why procurement team? That is my question.
Yeah, every organization will have some procurement team, because the procurement team needs to they will get a request from the different departments, like an internal departments of an organization, and they need to take that request, and they need to do in a discussions within a suppliers, and they need to bid within a different suppliers, and they need to check which is the best supplier is
Okay,
selling.
can't they do the same in the particular department itself? Whatever department needed the requirement, right? I am a HR department. I want to
Mhm.
give gift to my branch employees. I can buy it, right? Why I need to reach out to procurement team and always asking them to buy, give like that? Why company designed procurement team? There are some reasons, right?
It depends on the organization size. And then see if one person can do everything, it's just we think like it's a small work, so he
That
can
is
do.
one task. That is one
Ha.
possibility. Core team have to concentrate on their core work.
Ha.
Other things, procurement team is needed. That is one answer. Another answer is
Yeah,
you are a HR
procurement
manager.
team is,
Yes,
yeah, they are responsible for all the procurement activities. So
responsible for all the procurement activities, and they are the procurement professionals. Their core work is buying activity and make savings to the company from the spend, whatever allocated. And they do real market analysis. If I ask you HR, just go and buy, so they will buy it. They don't know what is the original product price. The MRP is 1,000. I have given discount, and you purchased with 600 rupees. So HR feel like, yeah, I did something very great thing like that. But the actual product cost maybe 100 rupees. Okay, so this is something happened. So they are not a professional guys. So procurement team, they are core worker and they will purchase. This is one chance, and this is one possible reason where organization is having central procurement team for department by department. Another chances, okay, same HR is there. There is 2 crore budget to provide a Diwali gift to the entire branch. Now they are going for one deal. Their family member, someone is having speaker shop, they can make a deal there itself, right? Why they want to go with others and all, and they can make a deal and take 50 lakhs extra. So these malpractices also will happen in the department side. To avoid, to overcome this, every organization put their money investing to procurement team, and procurement team are not a revenue gainers, so they will streamline the procurement process and they control these activities, and core team must concentrate on the core work. But still some malpractice happen in the procurement team itself, very rare. That doesn't mean it is pure things, but still it is happening, but which is very rare. That is the reason we have so many approvals. So risk assessment, your strategy is checking by others, and your suppliers are checking by others, internal audit, external audit, those things are, that is the reason. So now you got it right, why procurement team. This is what I understood my over my experience, and I really got this from the I got this answer from the procurement head itself. So I asked this question personally to them, the reason, and I got to know this is the reason what organization makes the procurement team. Multiple facts, some of the facts whichever I shared you. And so let's, any questions? Anybody have any questions? Now let's see. So whatever strategy you have finalized, you will inform them to business team. This is how I planned. I wanted to go for it. If it is any revision, they will send back to you. If there is no revision activity, then you will directly go for the execution for your sourcing strategy. If supplier is not available, then sorry, once you execute this, then you start finding the suppliers, supplier identification. Now here you determine the supplier to include that 5 6 builders. First thing you check in your existing system whether it is available or not. If it is yes, then you will start doing the analysis. If it is no, then here only supplier request creation happens. So why you want to create supplier request and when buyer will create supplier request? I hope you got the answer. Why supplier request? When buyer will create the supplier request. Let's see what is supplier request and all. Um, any question? So anybody? So why you want to create supplier request and when they do? If there is a requirement, if the supplier is not exist in our system, then buyer will do the supplier request process. Okay. Um, so that the supplier will be connected to our system, our Ariba system, and they will be able to participate in the sourcing event. The proposals, whatever questionnaires you are asking, they will be able to participate. And here we have a supplier life cycle. So Ariba is having the name itself, supplier life cycle process. Okay, what are the suppliers life cycle processes? Let us see that. So that's all. So why I started this sourcing, just to make you understand this, to create supplier request as a agent, and all other sourcing terminologies we will see once we understand the supplier request and registration. Okay. Mm, Now we determine the supplier to include. Now we have the how we can onboard the supplier in Ariba. There are many ways to onboard the supplier, but now let us see. Mm, so these are all the process in supplier management. So the front end activity is buyer is working or vendor master team will be there or procurement operational team will be taking care of the supplier onboarding activities. Okay, and what they have to do, what they should not do, what are the tasks is required to complete, what are the mandatory activities, that designed by us in the backend by discussing with the product owner or supplier manager or the sourcing manager. So here you need to understand the existing process, that is as is process. You know what is as is, like their existing flow, how they onboard supplier in their existing system. So after you understand that, and you need to just keep try to fit into the Ariba standard process. If it is not fitting with the standard process, some requirement is having some gap, then you analyze the gap and you try to provide resolution for that particular gap, and you make some more customizations. So now first we need to know, so before that you should need to learn Ariba standard supplier process. Okay, then only you will be able to uh, get to know whether client existing process is fit to Ariba standard process. So we have these processes: supplier request, registration, qualification, disqualification, preferred supplier, and then SM modular questionnaire and supplier performance management. Okay. So these all processes are controlled in the backend template format. Okay. Mm, for to run this activity in Ariba, what are the thing we needed? First thing, user groups should be defined in the very beginning. Who are all going to create supply request? Who are all the approvers? So how, which user groups are approver? Are they going to follow standard users, or any custom users group is needed? Okay, so those things should be defined, and access could be granted to the particular users or users group. Okay. Now, and in Ariba, you have exceptions options also. If you are not able to do this, and you can go with other option. Okay, in the back end you can work on it. So here in supplier request, we have two types of supplier request. One is internal, and another one is supplier self registration. Supplier self registration means in your portal, in your for example, whatever supplier portal, for example in my client, if I go to my client, we don't have that, we don't have external registration. Okay, if I go to my client system, so here they will have to become a supplier, and they will have some website. Okay, whatever websites they have, so Ariba websites will be managed here. So by clicking that websites, they will be able to introduce by themselves in our portal. That is something called supplier self registration. Okay. So supplier will introduce by themselves that they wanted some business. And then internal request means buyer need that. Buyer identified the supplier, but supplier is not available. So the first step is supplier request. So where do they do? They will create the supplier. So create supplier request. This is the very first step. This is internal supplier request. And supplier self-registration, as of now, we don't have that. So we'll see that, how it will be. Uh, so once, what are the data they needed to create supplier request? Just to invite them. So supplier name, address, and email, and which region and which commodity. That is main thing, right? So if I want to create supplier request, so I know why I'm creating supplier request for the particular region and particular commodity. So I can define them, which region and which commodity. Okay. So this form, this supplier request form, these questions and answer type, all defined in the backend thing in template level. Okay. So this backend activity, consultant will work, and then consultant will test it whether it is working or not. So we design, and we build, and we test, and again we rebuild, and then we present it to the client, it is working successful or not. So now the workshop, requirement gathering, everything will be here that time only. Okay. Anybody have any questions? So we'll
Understand.
continue tomorrow. Yes, Ganesh. If no
Yeah.
questions, if no questions, we'll start off. So this is just for a kind of intro. So from tomorrow we will see from the module by module. So now you got some idea, right, about Ariba and some process. So how we need to understand. So here, everyone, like, you know that you need to know the supply chain process, because you're going to design or build something where the supply chain team is going to use, uh, payment team or invoicing team, or a sourcing team or a procurement operations team or buyers. So they are the one who actually use your design. So you need to understand the process of the supply chain, supplier management, sourcing, contract, and procure to pay. So once you understand the process, then only you'll be able to design. So that's why I took this much time to just to explain you the process in general way. Without that understanding, you'll not be able to understand the requirement, what they need exactly.
Yes, sir, we have the catalogs. We can,
Catalog.
yeah, that we are buying.
So that is one part. What is catalog? It will have list of products and prices with available discounts and images mentioned in the images, and we have types of catalog. That is one type. Non-catalog item is there, contract based item is there. So there are many. So catalog is just one type. In Ariba we have static catalog and ad hoc catalog. So which is in downstream. So let's understand one by one. Otherwise we will
Okay.
end up
That is
we will
comes under downstream.
downstream. That is buying activity, right? Catalog is something list of product which is predefined prices. You will use them to buy.
We are
Um,
covering how to create the catalogs and all these things, right?
yes, yes, yes. How to import the catalog? So we will not create catalog. So we will load the catalog data. So catalog is something uh, supplier, part number, item, quantity, and price, and images, and any other additional activity. We prepare one Excel file and we will import into Ariba system. We have multiple file format for catalog. So we use CAF file and XML and BemiCat. So there are many files. Format is there where we use to import the catalog. So whatever I'm telling is we are not going to work, but we are the one who actually test before we present it to users. So users should accept your testing things. So that is UAT and all. Okay, if they're not accepting, then you have to rework.
Manoj, I have one question. Like as you said, Excel input Excel. I just got this question. Let's say we already have the suppliers in the S4, and then now let's say client is implementing this time. They want to implement the Ariba and all. So at that in that case, like how are we getting the data from S4 to this supplier registration and all these stuff in the
You mean your legacy suppliers? You're
ha
asking about
right
existing supplier.
existing
So
suppliers.
we have all legacy data. Okay, not only supplier. You will have your ongoing sourcing activity in your old system and existing contract which you have active contracts and existing purchase orders or requisition. These all will be integrated to Ariba in many methods. So through a batch file data transfer, standard integration, or manual import export. So you will export it from S4, or data migration team will provide the data and we load the data in Ariba system. Okay. So for example, in supplier management, I'll show you the flow. You will get to know the flow is
On
this one.
top of that, one more thing, Manoj. Suppose some clients they doesn't want this upstreaming like a supplier registration and everything, and they want only the downstream module. Then in that case, the supplier master data can be download from an S4 HANA to the Ariba system.
Yes, it can be. In Ariba, we have two different databases. So upstream is having one database, downstream is having one database. Okay, if you have seen the demo, I think you will be able to, like, because in the demo itself, I have shown that sites, two different site, parent site and child site. When
Yes.
you open child site, the web URL itself will change. So child site data will be stored in core administration. Okay, in core administration, child side data will be stored, and parent side data will be stored in administration. So suppose if you want to see the request created supplier, you need to see it in admin only. So whatever suppliers are created, it will be stored in this data import export or in SM administration. So here first thing, we need to know the process and how can we manage simultaneously so we can understand it. Mm. And the legacy supplier. So that is what your question, right, Krishna?
No, my question is the on top of that question what other person has asked. Suppose in my case I want to use only the downstream, I will upload the
Okay,
sub.
okay, okay, okay. So for downstream, you don't want supplier management module, or you
Yeah,
don't want entire upstream.
yeah.
You
I
want
don't
only
use the
downstream.
upstream, and I will use only the downstream. I can load all the supplier data from an
Yes,
S/4HANA system to
yes,
the Ariba.
yes. So we have a standard integration, standard export program. Okay. So now here you are managing suppliers in S4 itself. You are not managing supplier from SLP module. That
Yes.
supplier will be directly integrated to buying system through standard master data export program.
Okay.
Okay, so there are some certain files, types of files are there. It will be integrated from SAP to um, Ariba Cloud through the standard program, master data export program. The program name will be start from ARB master data export. So using that standard program, the data will be integrated.
The
Mm.
Ariba master data tables, it will be the same, whether
No,
you
there
choose.
is no table. Yeah, there is no table in Ariba. Everything will be in menu path only. You will be able to view in CSV file. Okay, how that master data will be. For that, some prerequisites are there. I'll just quickly show you. So here you can see this is the standard program ARB master data export, and you use in SCA 38 and then procure to order if you want to which solution you wanted to integrate your master data. Export all master data required for cloud solution, and you
Mm.
will set it Ariba solution ID which master data you wanted to send. Okay, organizational data or whatever master data, it will be integrated, either supplier master. These things and all I will show in my real system in the backend how it is being, what type of data. So there supplier master is also one part.
Okay.
Okay. Um, so this is
That
master data
program,
integration flow is
that program is standard program, right?
standard, yeah, standard program.
Uh, uh, Means is there any template we need to or how we can execute that program?
No, that program is S4 site standard program name. But if you want to execute that, you have to do some prerequisite in CIG add-on.
See, what if we have some custom fields in the BAPI, sorry, in BP? At that time, like how the sync works.
See, you this program will help to send the entire data, not field by field, entire supplier master. Now,
Mm-hmm.
for example, we have a 10,000 business partner, but different category. So I wanted only BP role FLNV01 or only NV02 or only the suppliers registered for IN01. So we configure these things in S4 side. So we know in SPRO transaction, in that CAG add-on, you have to configure these things, prerequisites. So this is final execution. He asked me to, so how do we get it? So here the supplier related data, if you choose the supplier, when you execute this program, this is execution, final execution. But before you execute, you need to do configurations. what are all the prerequisites, and how can we control this, and how do we troubleshoot. So those entire prerequisites you have to do. Without that prerequisite, so here we do those things: business network integration, sourcing suite integration, procurement integration, and in master data integration we configure those things. Every activity we have to configure. This is first thing we should do. So how do we get the data? That is from the program. So it will not directly go in the system. You should do some other prerequisites.
And currently in S4HANA, if you create in a supplier, we can view that supplier data in a different tables like in a
LF,
LFA1, EB1.
LFA1, LFM1,
Yeah. And yeah,
LFB1.
similarly in the Ariba also, where we can view this supplier data.
Here we don't have tables. So whenever you create business partner in ARI S4, business partner general, where it
Mm.
will have address and communication and name, tax, and then payment transactions, maybe bank account. But if you go to FLNV01 FI, you will get company code data.
Yeah.
And then if you go to another vendor or any other one more view, you will get purchasing data. But in
Yes.
Ariba, everything will be in 360 profile. You will be able to view in the 360 profile. Okay, let me open. Okay, so here, if I open some supplier,
Mm.
and this supplier management module is bidirectional integration. So whatever I create here, for that also prerequisites you need to configure. Suppose this supplier is registered, but this supplier is not yet integrated to S4 system. So I will be able to see the ERP data.
Mm.
Okay, so BP general information, and then company code information and purchasing information. So these are all ERP data. So these data will be gathered during registration. So we will have a questionnaires for that time. Okay, and we use that questionnaires to do the registration activities. I mean, whatever master data is needed from S4 to Ariba, there is one term called field mapping. Okay, um, a company code. So which database field that is? So we set the field mapping. If I enter the company code here, it will be integrated to uh, S4 system. So if you enter from S4, it will again integrated back to Ariba. So um, storage in the sense it will be stored in CSV format. We don't have table. So whatever supplier I created, it will be stored in SM administration. So here there is no SC16N and all. So here in the data import export, I will be able to import the available supplier related data in CSV format. So
Okay.
here
But
if I, so we export the data and we will see them.
okay, but in the future, suppose there is a request from a customer, they want to add a couple of fields for the supplier master data. Then how you will do that one? Because
So
you need
that
to do
is
some change,
complete
and
change.
also that needs to be covered in your CSV file also.
Yes. So now that is something, let's say with example, in 2017 or 16, Indian government have announced the GST regulations.
Yeah.
Earlier it was excise duty, VAT and all. Okay, suddenly they changed it GST types, GST format. Now we may have 2 lakh, 3 lakh Indian vendors. They have to change their tax format, right? And
Yeah.
those datas, every customer, every company, they have to change it in the system, in the database. So for that, you need to add two database. I mean two field in
Fields.
Ariba.
Mm.
The same field be added in S4 also, and we have to do the field mapping, and we circulate all to Indian suppliers. to update the GST number and MSME certified or not. So the two data will be added as a two question in template level.
Okay. But your question is, you are saying your answer is, we will add those two fields in the S4 HANA and you will do the field mapping to push
Mapping,
that
yes, yes.
to
So we act everything
to
here
the
we add
Ariba
it
as
here.
well.
Yes, because Ariba is like we gather the data from supplier and we integrate to S4 only because the prime focus for the payment will be in ERP side. So all the data, whatever we stored here, it will be integrated to S4 if you have a SAP integration. So here we will gather the information. Suppose for example, we may gather 10, 15 field in this questionnaire. This is template backend. In this questionnaire, we add the content, whatever content we needed. Suppose
Mm.
this is one content. If we need this content, if I want to map this supplier particular content, I will have a field mapping. So vendor info name one. This field mapping is something SAP side, name one. ERP side, name one. That is, so the data, whatever supplier respond here, it will be integrated to S4. Whatever I am doing mapping. But other things, your website or what is your mission and what is your vision, these and all not needed, right, for to create one BP. So
Mm.
this why we have added, we use this for reporting purpose or other validation purpose. So we may have 30 40 questions in one thing, but we map whatever required to S4. So email is needed. So we can map the email, contact.email. So this field will be applicable to S4 system. So this field will be carried in the payload. So if any two new field in future customer wanted to add, we add the field like this here. We just add two question. Whether that field is integrated to S4 system, then that field should be created in S4 also, right?
Yeah.
So after that, we do the mapping. If it is standard field or custom field, depends on that. And mostly supplier management, any changes, whatever it comes, uh, we should do the testing because lot of suppliers will get affected in real system. So as we discussed in live scenario, more than 6 million suppliers are connected in the network. So if you circulate something, everyone should be notified and everyone should be respond to that particular data which is required.
Okay. And after adding this to, suppose if you are adding some fields, then the program, whatever you are showing for the import and export, there also we need to do in a change in that program to consider these new fields, or automatically it will be fetched because we have done the mapping.
We have done the mapping program. We are not doing program for field by field, process by process. We do, right. Export supplier master, and
Yeah.
for that we have what all the supplier data should be included. That's all. So it should include the particular data because those are all standard programs. If you want to customize it, you need to add some more new custom field. Then
Yeah.
developer input is required
Yes. Yes.
to modify the program. So only two process. One is standard. If it is not suitable, then customize it. That too, whether it is feasible or not, that we need to check.
Okay.
Mm, other questions. So here, one more thing. We are going to learn end-to-end Ariba cloud. That doesn't mean we are going to work all the area. It is impossible that one person can work all the area. You should know that. So you will be placed into one particular area to work on it. Okay. So either procurement side or sourcing side. Okay. But you should know thoroughly any one module. If you are taking SLP, you should know end-to-end SLP process, SLP integration, and template management. Then how do you implement it? those things we should understand. So you have to go module by module, and I will be also taking module by module, and I'll go here and there, just make you to understand the concepts, connect the dots. Otherwise, you know what is supplier request, but you don't know why they are doing, why buyers are doing. Any other questions?
Actually, my question uh, means are we going through one by end to end? Means once we request for the supplier and then supplier registration is
Yeah,
done
end to
and
end process flow run I will do. Yes. So before I
that
make you to do that, yes, yes, yes.
that supplier ID should be integrated with the S4 system. That
Integration not possible, because in our practice system we don't have a proper system to integrate, and in my live system it is in development. So probably I will try to show you that in sandbox system, if I'm able to connect.
yeah, that would be useful for us.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. And other questions? So
Yes, one question, if you need to create some custom programs and you are saying in the Ariba we don't have any database tables like SE16 or
mhm.
SE11, then how an adapter will write in a program with which database tables he needs to be looked up?
See, in ABAPers, they create field in SAP. Okay, and here, if any field customization needed, we need to contact support only. Partners are not allowed to create field customization. Suppose template level we can customize it. Okay, for example, in header level, so you will understand when I start discussing the
Okay,
process by process. Now I wanted to create sourcing project. Okay, we have some standard field. Now I wanted to include some custom field here. That custom field should be mapped to S4. Okay, here I am not allowed to create the custom field. I can ask ABAPer to create custom field. But here if I want to create one field, then the field type, and whether it is reportable or integrated or any master data relevant is required. Everything I need to prepare in file format, and I have to provide it to SAP. So we have separate template for that field customization template.
okay,
Okay, we refer that template, and we gather the information from supplier, from the stakeholder, and we provide it to SAP team. I'll just quickly show you that template format. Yeah. So this is provided by SAP.
okay,
Okay, so what field name? What is field name? What is field type? Is it reportable? Is it mandate or searchable? Any translations needed? So we gather the information. This is structure of one custom field, and we this is field type: boolean, date, decimal, integer, money, percentage, text or multiple text URL. So these are all the types, and these are all the standard header field that I have taken note and I kept it here. So other than this standard field, if you want to customize, you gather the information and you provide it to SAP, and they will build the fields.
hmm, okay,
Okay. So then whatever fields they have designed, then finally I will map into SAP side. A particular field should be mapped. So either custom mapping, not field mapping, either custom mapping also. So using CIG, we have one option called custom mapping. I can do the custom mapping.
okay.
So the database field technical name will be there, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
so that technical name, that is add-on side. And CXML, we know the field type and field name, and we will just do the mapping.
Okay, it can't be done by the local developers then. It will be need to be done by the SAP only.
Yes, for cloud. Customizations in cloud are not allowed by any Ariba consultants. Partners have to do that. SAP have to create that is chargeable.
Mm. Yeah.
Why? Because the reason is Ariba is designed like with the very most industry experts are sitting behind in the development activities, and Ariba is designed with proper standard features. That means you can adjust the field. So field customization in the sense. So whatever fields available here, you can adjust the field names and all field adjustments you can do. Okay, instead of this. But if you want something other than this standard, five field there it is allowed to customize. If you are going more than five, then I think it is chargeable because not to change the proper design structure whatever they have in the system. So they'll try to explain it to the customers and provide other workaround, whether instead of creating this field we can use this, it will be helpful like that. So many
Okay.
alternative options are there. And any other questions?
Uh, uh, if you want to custom one of the fields more than you said if the custom fields are
Five.
more than five, uh, will they SAP charge
Yes, five
Yes,
thousand
sir.
dollars
per
I think.
custom field or
Per field
is
I think per
subscription
field
level?
$5,000 something. 5,000 or 1,000 something I don't remember. They will charge. They are doing developmental activity, right? They will charge.
But generally, for the to raise the SRs to SAP, these are I think subscription level, right?
Mhm. No, no, no. See, in during deployment, so these most of the customizations we do in the implementation time period. Okay, in the preparation phase. Okay, so that time, if you want to customize, so that time we don't need to go for SR and all. So we will have some shared services. Time being, SAP will support with this, especially for that customization area and all. Okay. So SR, those things will be in the enhancements in AMS point of time period. We can't we create SR and we so here there is no prod environment. So we started testing things. So it is completely under scenario by scenario. It will change. Ganesh.
Yeah, Manu, sir.
We
And
can consider like in all the custom developments, mostly it will be handled by the SAP, not by the
not
local IT.
mostly. Yes, not authorized. Field configurations and field customizations are should be done by SAP. Consultants are not authorized to do. They don't have access also.
Mm.
So when client purchase the license, the product, so they will be clearly defined these things. Even parameters also, some sensitive important parameters will be controlled by SAP only. So other parameters, partners can, consultant can change it. Any questions? Any other questions? If not, today we end up and we'll continue from tomorrow from module by module.
So we can finish, means like conclude the session for the day.
Yeah.
tomorrow you can. Samprit, do you have any special means like anything to talk to, because you are planning for the certification as well. So
Uh, as of right now, I don't have anything, any questions specifically, but as we keep going on, I'll definitely have some. I
great.
guess one question not regarding the curriculum is for the notes that Sir has the Word document. I just want to know where it would be available. It would it
Yes,
be available in the Google Drive?
yes, it will be available in the Google Drive that will be uploading on Monday morning.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So
This
after
recording video also will be
everything.
available in the drive.
Yes, yes. Recordings, documentations, and whichever the notes, the running notes Manusar is writing. So everything we are going to create is folders properly so that it will be easy for you to access them. So we are planning to create the day one, weekly folders for that one. So week one, week two, week three, so that all the documents, running notes, as well as recordings will be available with you. And our team is
These
going
are
to.
lifetime, right?
Yes, yes, yes. This access is going to be with you for lifetime. Yeah.
And are we providing the support for
Mhm.
that dumps, SAP dumps for the
Yes, yes, yes. We do have the.
global certificate?
Yes, yes. We do not only we do have the terms, but also the certification guides are also available, which will be more helpful for you if you are planning for the certifications.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I do have some three attempts remaining for the SAP, so I am planning to
Mhm.
attempt, give the attempt in next 2 months. So that's why I'm asking.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Because you see, Ganesh, I advise you not to go for all the certifications because SAP Ariba is having 5 certifications right now. But the most prominent certifications are you start with the sourcing or procurement.
Yeah, yeah. At least one certificate
Yeah,
I have to
makes
complete.
sense. Yes, procurement. I think Sampreet, you are planning for procurement, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir. That's the one I'm going for.
Yes, yes, because he's already S4 HANA sourcing and procurement certified consultant. So now it's the same thing, procurement if you're planning that. And that is little tough also, and it has more value in the market compared to other certifications. So Ganesh, for you also go with this procurement. That is my advice. Then again, depends upon your choice.
Which one you said?
Procurement, P2P,
Yeah, okay.
P2P. Later on, once the as the course is moving on, after 30% of the course, we'll be creating a group among all the participants. Today, due to some festive reasons, some of the participants were not available. Usually we'll have a strength of 10 to 12 participants, so all of them will be in a particular group. So you can even discuss, you can share certain experiences, even issues. If you are facing, you can post your issues as well over there. We'll be there to help you out on that. Yeah. So full coordination, and that is not limited during the training. Also, after the training, you can continue with the WhatsApp group as well. So documentation, recordings, everything will be there for lifelong access, and even WhatsApp group is also going to be the lifelong access. And not only the smaller group, we are going to merge the 2, 3, 4, 5 batches in a bigger group as well, so that the more discussion, the more clarity of the subject. If at all you are also going to be onboarded right in future, so you can discuss your project related issues in the group as well. So we are having a very active groups and purely relevant with the Ariba discussion. No other things are going to be entertained over there.
Yeah. So Iraj, just
Yeah.
from my understanding, how many hours and how many months do you think? I mean, this will
8 weeks.
last. I mean, the session. Yeah. Sorry.
8 weeks, considering 5 to 6 hours per week. And there is
Okay.
nothing to worry on that part. If something is extending, we can go ahead with these ones. Sometimes, for some batches,
Hmm.
there will be some discussion. So there is no limit, but estimation as per our is like approximately 45 to 50 hours something. So if it is extending due to the discussion, we are open for that one as well. There is no restriction in this one. Our main goal would be completion of the contents which is being shared to you in a very detailed fashion.
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome, sir. Okay, so that's right. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. So we'll catch up tomorrow again. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.